Daikaiju and Spectreman. Welcome to Daikaiju Network, where we have a healthy obsession with kaiju. I am your co-host, Kent Overcaffeinated, and with me is your other co-host, Jason.
Jason, how's it going, peeps? And I'll be caffeinated soon here.
But yeah, I definitely am overcaffeinated ever since I discovered how wonderful iced coffee is. We are continuing Spectreman after a couple-week hiatus due to the fact that, hey, we have lives and we're not like some people where podcast is a priority. But guess what? We do it for free. This is our gift to you. You're welcome. I know you like mediocre products, but here we are. We're going to continue our discussion. So I keep forgetting the episode numbers that we're on for Spectreman.
So we're going to be for today's episode, we're going to be doing episodes 49 through 51.
There you go. So we are getting close to the end of Spectreman. By the way, this is definitely a go at this point. Jason and I had been talking over the last week and a half, 2 weeks now. During the week of November 26th, we, starting the 27th, are going to be doing a podcast every day that week. We're going to be doing it more.
Almost every day, except for November 30th.
And I can't do one that Sunday, the 26th. And I forgot to tell you that, but I'll let you. Okay. I'll talk to you more about it when we're off air here. So we're gonna have 4 podcasts that week because Jason's deciding he's gonna play hooky, and so
not really hooky. I'm doing a more podcast specific that I'm gonna be taking. We're going to be taking that day off specifically on November 30th because Godzilla -1, obviously.
Yeah, Godzilla -1.
And the closest theater that's going to be showing it is about an hour away in West Des Moines. So I'm going to be traveling that day and then seeing it. I think I'm going to be seeing it the 5 p.m. showing, and then I'm going to be staying the night there and then be coming back the following morning there. So hopefully we should have an episode by then.
Yeah, and I'm seeing it Friday evening of the 1st, and I'm also seeing it again Saturday evening the 2nd. So when we come back on the 3rd, I should be well versed in the movie by that point. So we definitely should get done with Spectreman by the time we do, I think, the Tuesday or Wednesday show. It probably is the Wednesday show at this point because we're not going to do one that Sunday the 26th. So probably by that Wednesday, we'll have Spectreman done. Are we doing something Friday, the 1st?
We haven't really discussed anything yet.
Then let's talk about that off the air. So basically, we're looking at Monday through Wednesday podcast for sure. Thursday definitely is a no. Friday's up in the air. We will keep you posted. That's still a couple weeks away. But definitely before the month's over, we'll have Spectreman done and over with. If my math and all that is properly done here. So because let's see, 50, because we got 63 episodes of Spectreman.
Yeah, so we're just after this we're 11 episodes away. So yeah, we should be finished by then.
We'll be done by the 29th for sure. Yeah, we will be done. We'll only be doing 2 episodes actually that Wednesday. All right, so 49 through 51 today, we're going to just continue what we've been doing for like the last month or so, which is a commentary followed by a brief discussion. Quick note, anyone who is joining us right now live and wants to participate in the discussion via the stream chat, it's the stream chat mod or bot is very picky as far as like how long you type something, because if you type something over X amount of characters, it'll give an automated response, something to the effect of, please keep your responses short. Ignore that. That's not us. That's this program. We don't really have any control over that part. Ignore it. You can type a novel if you want, but ignore the little automated thing that may come up saying, "Oh, you got to keep it short." You know, just give it the middle finger and let's have a good time here. So, before we start Spectreman, Jason, housekeeping.
Yeah, the usual here. If you see a subscribe button down below or above wherever you're watching us from live, just make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as smash the like button there. And you can find everything Daikaiju Network all in one place at our link tree URL right on your screen there /Daikaiju Network. And we're available on the following video platforms such as YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook Live, and Twitter/X. And we're also available on the following audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. For briefly, they've announced that they're going to be doing away with the Google Podcasts soon.
Really?
Following iHeartRadio, TuneIn, as well as Podbean. And we have both video and audio versions of our episodes right on our website right there at daikaijunetwork.com. And just found out the other week here on one of the little articles that Google announced that they're going to be getting rid of their podcasts.
Why?
They're going to be transferring all that over to YouTube, apparently, because YouTube's now has kind of a podcast thing there. So they'll announce that they're going to be one of these times putting an RSS feed setting over on YouTube.
So, like, does YouTube do audio only things like a podcast?
They've had some kind of a podcast thing going on, but I just haven't really delved into it.
You can tell I don't do like the editing for our show. What is RSS again?
RSS is just kind of like a little code feed that these podcast managing places will pick up it's an XFL coding file which lists all the episodes and stuff in meta form and all that.
Oh, so it not only makes your podcast present, but it lists them in the appropriate order in which they were released?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, you just type in all the information and audio file and cover and all that, and I'll put in this metadata kind of XML file.
It's kind of funny because anybody listening is like, you guys, you've been doing this for 13 years and you don't know. It's like, hey,
yeah,
I'm willfully ignorant. I'm willfully ignorant. I mean, I'm not the one doing all this little editing work. I'm more of the content provider person. Jason is more of the hard hat Harry type of person. So, all right. By the way, I'm gonna try to remember to do this before we dive into any of these episodes. Instead of trying to do each episode name as we're doing it, which I would prefer to do, but I keep forgetting, I'm just going to do it right now because guess what? I got the names of all the episodes up front right now. So the episodes we are covering today, the first one we're covering is called Genius Monster Nomen. Okay, now remember that. Next one is Smash Alien Igorl. I guess Igorl. And then the last one is titled Riddle of the Cobalt Monster. Because I may not remember, and on top of that, this has always been just a pain in the ass every time we've done one of these. All right.
Yep.
So, if you have not joined us for like a commentary of sorts before, what we are going to do is we are going to count down from 3, and then I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, go. Once I get to go, you hit select, play, whatever it is on your device that you're using to watch these to start the episode. All right?
Yep.
So, Jason, are we ready?
Always ready.
All right, so here we go. Counting down. 3, 2, 1, go.
And then...
all I heard was it's fine. With the name. I know I've given this show a lot of crap since we started covering it, and in many ways it has deserved it.
Well,
But
over time,
I
we've sort
will.
of given a crap.
But at the same time, I will say this: it's been a fun LSD trip.
Oh, yeah. You know, as we're getting closer to the end of it, the more I realize it's kind of a bittersweet
Yeah. Are
type
you
of
getting
situation.
sentimental?
A little bit.
I was thinking about this last week, and I'm like, oh, like a small part of me was feeling bad for being overly harsh on it at times. But then I remembered that one episode that we covered a couple weeks ago where they were making fun of that guy with the mental handicap. I'm like, no, I was appropriately harsh on it.
Yeah. And like I said, it's been 8 years since I've watched this show, and heck, I sort of completely forgot about that episode from a couple weeks ago.
By the way, they're supposed to be releasing an Ultra 7 55th anniversary set. Are they going to include that lost episode in that set or not?
I have no idea. I haven't
I'll have to
really
take a look
read
at
any additional information on it.
because
I
I
know I
originally
saw it.
wasn't gonna. I originally wasn't gonna get it, and then I thought, well, maybe there will be that lost episode, and if so, I might buy it. But I'll take a look here.
Like, I know I saw it here the other day, but I just didn't follow up on it.
Episodes and specials. I didn't know there were specials. Let's take a look here. We're supposed to be covering Spectreman. Yeah, we'll get to it.
Hey, sometimes we've rambled off on certain episodes, so
Oh, that's okay. Oh, this isn't like the series. It's just when Ultra 7 appeared in various shows and films.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's got a
because I saw
16-page booklet guide.
a screenshot where he was next to Ultraman X, or one of the more recent ones.
Yeah, so okay, this isn't. Okay, I thought this was like the series redone like in high def. Okay, well, as far as I'm concerned now, if you already own the series, then it's not worth getting. Okay, never mind. Back to Spectreman. Oh, this is a continuation, right, of that one?
Yep. Yeah, because it went off on the cliffhanger after Spectreman.
That weird cliffhanger.
Yeah, defeated when the dog turned into the dog devil bulldog looking thing.
Well, yeah, and it was another one of those weird edits again.
Yeah.
How dare you?
I'm going to send a letter saying, how dare you? You are.
I'm still waiting for the Amazon Godzilla shop to put up like a Megalon 50th anniversary section. They have yet to do that. I've seen the Megalon
I saw
logo.
I was just there not too long ago, and they still have the Gigan stuff.
You should get the Return of Godzilla shirt at Cavity Colors. That's definitely a shirt for you.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
But back to Spectreman.
Yes. Looks like another Cars mask.
It is different again. I almost wonder if maybe they've had different actors, and that's the reason for the different masks, maybe.
I don't know. I haven't really noticed the difference as far as the body shape. Boy, he's really smoking.
Smells like chicken.
Oh, he's bleeding yellow.
What the heck? Oh, ick. Oh, it's like what's that
H-Man?
movie? Yeah. What'd she say?
Could it be aliens?
I thought she said, "Do you think it could be AIDS?" I'm
That
like,
too.
what in the world?
She knew AIDS before there was AIDS.
She was ahead of the time.
You know, it seems like fairly recently they've been recycling through a bunch of co-star women because they had Margaret and the one with the no eyebrows, and it seemed like almost every episode they've been changing out different women.
I know. I don't know what to make of that.
It just seemed, for me, it just seems inconsistent in a way.
What? Did you hear that?
Something with Elton John.
He's even hotter than Elton John. Elton John was just like a newbie on the music scene when this show was coming out.
Yeah. We're all on your side, fingers crossed.
Oh, the one Biolane shirt doesn't have my size. But back to Spectreman.
Yes. Quit being distracted there.
I'm as a Godzilla fan, I'm getting excited about what I'm looking at here.
Just minimize the damn browser window for once.
all right, Jason.
Do it. Oh, geez, like he's eating raw meat there.
Sick weirdo. What?
Is that really me? I look terrible.
This is bad.
It's like nothing on his face has changed, and it seems like he just realized what he looked like in the mirror.
Oh my gosh.
It just seems like he's getting really paranoid at this point.
It reminds me of like very B-movie West sci-fi films.
Oh, damn it, Bobby. He's going to turn into Cars. Cars Jr.
Yeah, probably will. Brains.
What the heck?
I hate that sound. Like, what is he doing? Like, it's a squishy sound.
That
what
is
the
a big,
heck?
huge head. Looks like Matango. Brains.
In the words of my daughter, when she was talking about Christmas movies a few years ago, da-boing.
Look at that.
He looks like Grimace.
A very budget-friendly Grimace. Do your work while I sit
I
here.
was about
Do
to say,
nothing.
like, do your job.
Oh god, she still has that helmet with the police lights.
I hope they're paying her well.
I hope so. Oh god. That's just a very budget friendly grimace.
Shouldn't he like topple over? They missed him. He's such a large target.
Well, it's like they directed right at him, but it looked like that it just went right through him completely without any without any explanation whatsoever.
He's acting all
Are you
nonchalant and kind of like, huh, isn't that it's something? So's your face. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it?
He's doing my work for me. I may be out of a job soon. And then he just turns back to normal in the next scene.
So he
And
is
then
smarter.
nighttime again.
He is smarter because he literally has a larger brain. And then, yeah.
And then he turns back. What the heck? One scene he's like that discount grimace, and then the next scene he's back to normal, and then now he's back to discount grimace here.
Discount grimace.
Well, it's not hard to know that.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just find it funny that's
No,
what you call
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him saying, "Now you know my secret."
This is ridiculous, but at the same time, I'm loving it.
And then he turns back to normal. Okay.
What is going on?
There has to be some editing issue there.
No, I'm thinking like maybe he's in this weird transition period where his body or whatever could be controlling him to change hasn't completely taken over him and made that alien aspect permanent for him, I guess. That's the only thing I can think of.
I have no idea. Who knows?
I will say this actor here, despite the fact that at least in the first episode, which was the last one we covered on the last podcast, despite his and the studio's interpretation of someone with a mental handicap, the actor has done a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. in your brains.
I thought he was going to say, I must have your soul. It's like, here we go, Shang Tsung.
Calls his other version Monster Genius. That's so creative.
That's gonna win you a daytime Grammy
and a Nobel Peace Prize,
or a daytime Emmy, not a Grammy. Grammys for music. You can tell I don't pay attention to these award shows. I have no brains to speak of. How were you happy? Like, were you even, like, were you even self-aware enough? Of course, it's going to be a dark and stormy night.
I thought for a second there he was wearing sunglasses. Like, can you even see when you were writing?
It was the usual dark and stormy night, which means evil is afoot. And does that mean I'm the villain, or is someone else the villain? In fact, it's both. You never know. Here we got a very passive Spectreman. He's just sitting is acting like a stalker, like, come on, you can do it, and just pacing back and forth, not helping at all, not asking the help of the Overlord. But imagine that, the Overlord's just sitting back, having a dry martini.
Yeah.
How does he know the guy has turned into the creature?
No. He just knows. Yeah, you can hear lightning and thunder, but yeah, it's still light out.
We still don't know exactly how that dog devil thing, like, died. Okay.
Now their ray gun struck him. That was a different transformation sequence. Go big brain.
I like his stance there. Like, he's ready for combat. The feet on this are very interesting.
Quite a bit veiny there.
I'm actually digging this. Spectreman's more than too happy to oblige. Kill me. All right. Why is he even fighting back if he wants to be killed?
Don't know. So what is that? Is that supposed to be like an atomic bomb or
I've
something?
been wondering that too. I'm like, where did that come from?
Like he's been holding it since he grew large there.
Something had to have been edited out again.
Oh, I think it's probably supposed to be like that poisonous gas that the monster made, but I would have thought they would have destroyed that before when he turned back to normal.
Well, critical thinking is not one of this show's strong suits with its characters.
Yeah, that's pretty much a given.
Okay, we get it.
What?
They
They show still, then now it's just perfectly fine. It's showing a.
okay. I am not.
Oh, there's
going
definitely something.
I am not
definitely something got
criticizing
cut
the
out.
show, but I am criticizing the Rosenfeld company or whatever that grabbed this for American audiences and made severe edits to some of these episodes.
Yeah, there had been a scene cut out from that.
This is bad. Like that's some of the worst cutting
Oh, that's
out.
it of that.
Why did I mean I kind of know why. They probably thought it was something that was
I mean, it seemed to be going pretty good there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like it just went to still there, and then you just see the ocean side, and that was completely it. Well, and then you saw the tombstone there for both the guy and the dog.
Rosenfeld
There.
and Mel Wells, everyone who was responsible for bringing this to the States and doing any edits, what are you thinking? I mean, America, and it's like, oh my gosh, like this whole, what's the term, sort of, there's sort of a religious term to it. I just about had it. It starts with a P. I can't think of it, but basically, like, we can't show anything like that because it's just, oh shit, it's starting the other one.
Yeah, don't get ahead yet.
Well, this thing automatically like starts to play on, at least with this set. But yeah. This actually was pretty good considering how terrible the first half of this episode was when we did the podcast a couple weeks ago and saw the first half of it. This actually, it was definitely silly in parts, but I really liked the design of the alien he turned into, and that final battle, while short, was turning out to be something pretty fun and dramatic, even though there wasn't a whole lot to it. But then the horrible
scene cutting.
the scene cutting came up, and to me it's like
it just sort of ruined it.
If I'm giving 2 ratings, if I'm giving the US edit of this episode a rating, it's a D-. But I am assuming that something was cut, and on top of that, I'm going to give the actual episode like a B+.
Yeah, for me, yeah, it was going out a little bit slow at first, and then of course, I mean, with this show in particular, there's a little bit of goofiness here and there, and a little bit of wackiness, but at least with this episode, it turned out to be a little bit better compared to the previous episode, or the the other batch of episodes that we talked about a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it was turning out to be good, quite fine, right up to the very end there. So, with that scene cutting, I think it put a pretty good being on this one.
Yeah.
So, I would, for me at least, I would give this one a C plus, simply because of, just the awful decision for them to cut whatever there was left for that scene and possibly extending that still shot longer than probably it was originally, just to kind of fill in that time.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Time filler.
Yeah. Just extending whatever they cut out.
But, I can see them sitting there in the edit room like, okay, hold on. And okay, now we got an official episode here.
But yeah, a C plus for me, simply because of the obvious scene cutting from the Rosenfeld and co. on this particular episode.
More like Shittyfeld and co.
Shitfeld.
Yeah. All right, so we ready for Smash Alien Igor?
Yep, I've got everything set up right here.
All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and put the screen back up. Be the Flash.
Plane, Mister, then the plane. Spectreman. No, this. Oops.
What?
I messed up the lyrics.
Don't do that.
Too late.
But again, don't do that.
Again, it's in the past. It's happened.
Hey, Thundergay.
Richard Rosenfeld. Seems like the volume at this. Okay, there we go. Now it finally goes up. Yawn, yawn, yawn.
Got close to 10 more episodes to deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh boy, a rock. Yeah, it just looks like a rock to me. What's so special about it, son?
The old Chevy tagline. Like a rock. Oh, like a rock. I'm already sick of the word rock. I've been hearing it too many times here. How about you shut your mouth?
I'm an expert in cobalt.
I'm an expert. Oh, dearie. And then he throws it at her head and it bludgeons her.
God. He's treating it like it's gold.
Yeah, he's a, psychotic. He's just sitting there like, yeah, cobalt.
We're going to be rich off of this cobalt.
Yeah. The kobold's coming to get ya. It's gonna wrap its little finger. Oh man, that scratches the voice box.
Oh boy, you can definitely tell that's a pinwheel there.
Not true. And they're just sitting there smoking like, huh, imagine that. Drink it? Oh, I'm drunk right now.
What are you?
It was her idea.
Every time I hear this kind of music,
Yes.
it reminds me of Animal Crossing.
Oh, really? It reminds me of Johnny Sacco.
Maybe that too, but it sort of has that Animal Crossing vibe.
I haven't played Animal Crossing, and I have one. I know one Animal Crossing game for sure. Maybe no more than two. Of course, I haven't played it. Boy, again, I hope that gal is being paid well.
Sounds like, even though you say it's dead, but yeah, it would sound running fine, but it's still working out fine too.
Imagine that.
Now buzz off.
And then they throw him a candy bar.
It'd be funny, like going down there, and all of a sudden they just run right into one of the houses there.
I was thinking either that or the hill ended up becoming steeper than they thought, and then the Jeep like flipped over and like landed on top of them. And then all you hear is like, oh.
Hey, friend, you're a dumbass. Didn't you forget it's a Saturday?
What the hell?
What is going on?
And that guy up there, baby tipped over.
The town doesn't even look normal at all, dude.
Hi.
CB, what the hell? It's like they were so excited, and then all of a sudden it's like they just seemed they were just completely out of it.
Hey, it's Black Panther.
A very discounted version.
I sense a theme. I don't know what it could be, but I know something's afoot.
Oh, gee, I wonder what it could be.
Discount villains?
You guessed it.
Even Walmart couldn't beat these prices.
Discount IPs.
Oh my gosh, that was so obvious. Do you see that?
What?
Like he was fighting the real guy, and then the real guy disappeared for like a second, and then the villain picked up this mannequin that was dressed like the actor and then threw him down off the roof.
Oh. Oh, that's nothing new. Maybe you're not part of the village. So that's why they're a bit suspicious of your actions.
You guys come in. One of you's wearing a police light on your helmet.
Yeah. Running to the top of the mountain like Rocky Balboa.
It's almost like that side of the hill from Rodan when the Mega Nulons came out and were attacking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boy, they're pretty far. Kind of noticed that some of the sound effects for punching was a bit off.
I thought about saying something. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to. What is that they had? Was it like a ribbon whip or what is it?
I look like one of those wrist strap-ons where they are straight, and then once you hit your wrist, that they go around and all that. That kind of what it reminds me of.
I've never seen such a thing.
Oh, you've seen them. You know
No.
that they were kind of in a V shape, so that they are straight, and then once you slap the wrist with those, that they automatically twist around your wrist. We've had those.
Oh, you're talking about
long time
slap
ago.
wrists?
Yeah.
Slap bands or whatever? Okay.
Yeah, slap
I thought you were
bands, yeah.
talking about something else, like an actual weapon.
Nope. Jeez.
I like to
You know,
laugh.
these minions also kind of remind me of the minions from Golden Bat.
Those are more fun. Those are much more fun. Jackal, Piranha, and then what was the other guy? I forgot his name.
I didn't see that one.
He just spontaneously combusts.
It looks like he got beat up pretty bad.
It looks like he swallowed something and choked on it.
Like he was allergic to something. So just revving up the engine just made him snap out of it.
The thought processes in this show were downright hilarious and head scratching at the same time.
Oh boy, we're going to be in for some really good car chase scenes here.
You mean like the thrilling car chase we saw in H-Man?
Yeah.
I remember watching that, and it's you and I were like, this film is so desperately trying to make this exciting, and it's not.
Or like Latitude Zero.
I don't remember a car chase scene in that one. Oh, was it a sub chase?
Yeah, the sub chase.
Yeah. You know
it drug out so long.
You can tell I'm not much of a fan of that movie because I keep forgetting that it exists. And it's got some of my favorite actors in it too, but yet I just don't care for it.
Boy, he sounds very terrified. I don't know
It's
why
about
they
to
even
be
bothered to
explained.
get out the Jeep there. That does not sound like a kid at all.
Oh, I guarantee you it's not.
Most of the dubbed ones don't. Yeah, being stoned is pretty safe.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't know what's going on. Like, he could have like some brain-eating bacteria or something like that. He's not gonna be fine. I almost wonder if the camera is intentionally shaking to make it seem more exciting than it is.
Well, that's the usual practical technique for like earthquake effect.
Is they gonna run over this dude here? Oh,
And that guy, he's just
he's
like he
not.
didn't even care. It's like he gave no fucks in the world at all.
Is it because he's under the alien mind control? Is that it?
That could be one thing.
And he got a chicken. What the? We gotta stop and undo these chickens from our hood.
Damn chickens.
Hello,
Boy, this
Remington.
is a pretty extensive car chase scene. It's not like they trapped you in a corner there.
That's probably the best stunt we've seen in many episodes.
So I would like to know who's driving this truck. Because they're
The
like
producers.
so clearly outside of the truck there.
And they're not going very fast. I will give them points for trying. I believe that's called brownie points. Move, you idiot. Like he had plenty of time and space.
Then how they get back together?
Editing.
Because editing.
I mean, seriously. I mean, as we've seen over the last couple episodes, there's a lot of head scratching moments where we're like, now, how do we get here? Yeah, it doesn't look like their car is actually moving. Someone's
that's a
shaking.
That's a
and
given.
The camera moved. I find those shots to be so funny. That's pretty cool. I will say that. Whatever that kaiju is. Okay, Igorial. Or whatever. I'm just going to call it Igor. Because everybody wants kung fu fighting.
Didn't seem like the Jeep there, he got stuck from a rock there, giving shitty explanations there.
Jeez, oh man, that's the only thing they could come up with as far as like a transformation gesture.
His transformation is impossible because of the fucking armband. What the hell? That is so dumb. That's such a
it is dumb.
Shitty explanation.
It is dumb, and it really makes Overlord and their civilization or whatever come off as actually really weak because, like, you got a bandage on.
Well, incompetent. They should have easily fixed his arm and stuff right then and there, but yet they didn't do jack squat after that.
Again, it's these inconsistencies that we've seen throughout the course of the series. You can't step over that little fire. Oh, this kaiju, it's the redone suit of that one that we had like a number of episodes ago, that molten lava looking monster that we always see in the opening credits where it glows red.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I would like to see it.
Yeah, look at its face and shoulder area. And why is everything sped up here? This makes it look funny.
Because it is funny.
Wait a minute, so who is Spectreman now?
We don't know. It just came out of nowhere. Yeah, it is. It just looks like they just add some attachments to that.
Exactly. They redid the eyes, added that, big ear.
I mean, you can obviously tell just from the back there.
I'm like, that's why I like it, because it's a kaiju I've seen before that I liked.
Not sure if the Overlords brought in Spectreman, saying, "Look here, Joji, you're pretty incompetent. Well, so are you, Overlord."
I'm thinking either that, which if that's the case, then we have another big problem, or Gory created something and is making it seem like Spectreman's coming to the rescue.
I have a feeling it probably is Gory. The heck? Yep. Yeah, so
Harvey,
pretty much that is...
I'm Batman.
So pretty much Gory did make that imposter Spectreman.
I figured as much because we've seen it enough times over the course of the show that I thought Gory probably did end up having something to do with it.
Yeah. I don't know why he didn't do it sooner.
Do you really want to get in that discussion?
Well, that's it for episode 50 there.
Yep. So, yeah. Did you want to go first this time, or?
Yeah, this one, it just seemed a little bit boring once again. Just for the simple fact that they were trying to make an quote unquote exciting car chase scene, which pretty much I'd say took a good portion of this episode here. And it just sort of felt out of place for whatever reason that they were trying to do what they wanted to do for this one. And it just felt like it wasn't really part of, well, a lot of the episodes aren't sort of related to whatever they're trying to get at with it. So it just felt out of place once again here. And then, yeah, the monster suit is pretty good, but it's reused, which in one of the shots, you can definitely tell that it was just sort of attached at the last minute there. Yeah, there's really not much to add to this one because it was pretty much the majority of the episode is just, using the car chase scenes, which there wasn't really much going on. And then I really liked how that farmer gave no shit, no fucks at all when one of the trucks just backs into his fence and almost destroying his entire garden. He was just gardening like there was no, like he didn't give any shit in the world whatsoever. So I'll give the farmer props there. But yeah, not much to add to this one. So I probably would give episode 50 a D.
One of the things, and I've said this plenty of times over the last odd number of podcasts we've done, and we've mentioned it numerous times in our in discussion moments as well, in that many of these episodes anymore for quite a while have been very slow in developing things. And there have been a few exceptions to that once in a while. But it used to be that when the show started out, there was always something unique going on, enough throughout the course of the episode to keep you entertained while progressing the storyline, like cars jumping on people's heads and smashing their heads into their bodies, that sort of thing. We're so far gone from that. And I don't know the history of this show as far as, like, did some of the production crew change at some point over the course of its runtime? Or some of the writers? I mean, that's part of the production crew, but
I wouldn't doubt it, simply because they seem like almost every episode they keep changing out, like the lead women and the G team. There, it just seemed like almost fairly constant. It's like I can't remember the last time we saw Margaret.
Well, yeah, and it just there's been sort of this ongoing just formula that they've been doing with how they've been going about writing their stories and presenting it. And yeah, once in a while you'll have an episode where maybe one or two fun or funny, interesting things happen, but otherwise, yeah, it's a very slow burn until the very end. And then once you get to the very end, it seems a lot of the times the final fight is so short that it doesn't help save any shortcomings that the episode may have. With that being said, I was disappointed by this one in the grand scheme of things. I really thought, I mean, technically we are getting a new kaiju here, but it's a very easily recognizable refurbished kaiju from like a handful of episodes ago, whenever that happened. And again, it was a slow burn. Like, I think I even yawned earlier in this episode, like a real yawn. So
I sort of did too. So
yeah. So like, Yeah, I'm giving it a D minus. So that's all. All right. So final episode for this podcast episode. Thank God.
Episode 51.
So we're doing the episode Riddle of the Cobalt Monster. Hopefully we're going to be done with this thing. So are we ready?
Yep.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, and then put up the screen for one last time.
I always think of what's the guy's name? The Newman guy, Leroy Neiman or something like that. Leroy Newman from some of the Rocky movies, where at the end of the charity match with Hulk Hogan, he goes, "See you next year." Thank God. So like I've been thinking about that "thank God" line when it comes to Spectreman. Thank God it's over.
Like I said earlier, like as we're getting closer to the end of Spectreman here, is just feels a little bit of a bittersweet.
I've been feeling a little sentimental about it, and even right now I am. But at the same time, as we're watching a few episodes here, part of me is like, "Oh, okay, like I'm actually not as sad as I was."
Thunder Gay.
That should be our mascot.
Like I said, we should name our little kaiju mascot.
Spikosaurus. Pollutionsaurus Rex.
The what?
Pollutionsaurus Rex. Spectreman. They always do that. I'm like, hey, that should be Spectreman. Because you know that's how competent filmmaking is.
Yeah, because I mean, they show just one guy just walking across that bridge. You assume that it is Spectreman, but it's not. It's just some random guy.
That's how this whole series has been, a random guy. I wonder how this actor felt about it. I mean, I'm sure on some level he was grateful because it put food on the table, but at the same time, from a professional standpoint, like, no, seriously, you can be honest. What did you really think about this?
Speaking of which, I should check his name and see what else he's done after this.
Probably not much.
That'd be pretty sad.
Either he went into hiding or he was blackballed.
Oh.
You're like, yeah, you're in that Spectreman series.
Yeah, they don't really have a cast according to Wikipedia, a cast list, so that's kind of weird. Let's go to IMDb here. Rodan.
Rodan?
Well, there's two guys. Tetsuo Narikawa is Joji, and then Jiro Dan is Joji. What the heck? That doesn't make sense.
I'm thinking someone screwed up like the translation somewhere.
Okay. Looking at the trivia here, it says Tetsuo Narikawa was a karate master and helped to find the Japanese Karate League. Despite he never used his karate skills in the series, the action scenes in Spectreman were played by Koji Uenishi, who played Karas, the gorilla. Huh. Let me see this Tetsuo.
Yeah, boy.
So apparently he played in various TV shows, but apparently he's mostly known for this show, which
Well, like
kind
I
of
was telling
says,
you.
which is kind of telling.
I know.
But unfortunately, he passed away on New Year's Day in 2010 due to lung cancer at age
Jeez.
65, which is
Probably a
sad,
heavy smoker.
probably. Damn it, sleep!
What? Like, was the imposter Spectreman going around in circles like that supposed to hypnotize him or something?
From what it looked like there.
I don't get it.
They're going to go off the cliff like lemmings.
For some reason, I just thought of you writing a Lemmings story and just like, okay, now here's the part where they die. I'm really hoping, like, I don't know, like, I was so looking forward to a couple weeks from now because I thought maybe we could do a commentary or a discussion on, like, something other than Spectreman, because by that point we would have had it done. And because we took 2 weeks off for various things, it's like we are stuck with this. And now I'm kind of like, oh God, help us.
At least we'll get it finished in a couple weeks. So
Yeah, but I was hoping that week would have been a little bit more fun.
Oh, we can at least discuss after the episode here.
Yeah. Do we want to take another week off from Spectreman and just finish it like just a little bit later in December? But then we'll be setting a dangerous precedent of like, well, let's take another week off here. we'll come back. No worries. We'll come back.
We'll just casually kick the can down the road.
Yeah. 3 years from now, you want to finish Spectrum? You know what? You know what? We got to do this other thing. We'll be okay. We'll finish it next week.
Burr, 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 burr.
Because people left. That's how desertion works.
No shit.
You know what the series needs is Walter Matthau to just randomly show up with a cigar in his hand and like give one quick quip and then leave.
Yeah, one quick quip and then all the minions just fall down and explode.
Yeah. You know what your problem is? Your problem is you're too stupid. Have a good day. He was pointing that gun at him. I wouldn't have appreciated that. Be like, dude, that thing could go off.
Or you being just trigger happy.
He is. Look at him. He's like, I want to shoot something. The music here is really weird.
Yeah, it's just like just random instruments just going at it without any rhythm whatsoever.
Yeah, it's like, how am I supposed to feel about this? Their little weapons are so pathetic.
Yeah, it's like these little whips can cause harm.
It's like those twirly ribbons that you see gymnasts use.
Oh yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we don't get to see what happens. It just, they are trying hard.
Surprised to know.
I mean, again, like with the car chase, they're trying, but because of how it's filmed, it's so dull.
Well, first we get the whole car chase, and then now we just get like just some sort of espionage type of like whatever it is.
It's a chase on foot, basically.
Yeah. Did you see that?
I did.
One of the minions do a cartwheel and then the barrel just hits him in the back.
I saw it. Boy. They don't die. Oh, this series.
Ever since they've given her that helmet with the red light on top of it, I don't think I've rarely seen it being turned on since they've given them helmets.
I think they realized it was stupid too.
Well, if they realize, why don't they just freaking take it off?
Because they spent money and they're like, look, we won't turn it on, but you still have to wear it. This music is just awful.
I think of all the tokusatsu shows that we've seen so far, it is probably one of the worst kinds of music. It just feels disgusting in a way. Boy, this is about as bad as a cold car chase thing. It's like, I don't know what's actually going on, what's actually happening.
Oh, I mean, I do. I'm just bored.
You just now realize that everyone's gone a village just from your reaction.
These people were never well-rounded individuals. They joined the village people.
YMCA. A full-scale attack with just a handful of minions. Now they're bringing back that monster. Dragon monster. Sounds like the narrator has finally become the villain.
That would be funny. What a twist. I still think the Overlord. I still think the Overlord is probably the big baddie in this series, and he's the one controlling Gory and forcing him to be his puppet.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
That was a weird little clip there.
Imposter Spectreman. You should have done that sooner, Gory. Has my mind finally gone crazy? Which one? Like one's a bit bulkier than the other. They're just standing in midair.
Of course that would happen.
Physics. Who gives a fuck? Who's going to win? It'd be nice to kind of have some kind of indicator which one's the imposter, which one's real. Yeah, like the attachment. It's like the attachment on that monster's like you can tell night and day because of the different color.
I got a request. Can we rewatch the original Ultraman, please? I miss that series.
We've already done it, so
We can do it again.
no.
Nothing's stopping us. It's our podcast.
Well, I'm stopping it.
Then I must stop you. When did that monster become hairy all of a sudden?
Yeah, it's quite the hairy monster.
I think it
Did
went
he
in
just
its
go
head.
inside?
That's what I was just asking. Like, are they go in?
That's quite the inside of the monster. Where
So
colorful rainbow colors.
it's not an actual kaiju per se. It's like a cyborg or a mech.
I would just say most likely a mech.
And yet they know exactly what they got to do.
They know where everything is at. Which makes things a bit sus.
Which wire is it?
Boy, they just did everything on plain ease there.
Yawn. What the hell was that?
Again, because editing.
What happened? Those are my exact words. Where's all the water come from?
Well, I think that was just water going up because that was the lake where all the people were in.
That's how I feel.
Funny that if they were just slapping the kid. Hey, he's all right.
Don't you ever do that again. What? Get under an alien trance? Thank God I'm being saved from a horrible death of Spectreman.
Oh,
Does it matter?
We got 12 more episodes left, so
You haven't been doing the pollution thing in a long while anyways.
and they're showing a repeat of one of the past episodes there.
The vampire thing.
Yeah.
It's so thrilling. I'm yawning all the time.
Not sure why they showed a preview of the past episode there with that vampire. But who knows?
Who knows anything when it comes to this series?
So yeah, that's episode 51. Why don't you give your little take there?
I mean, I'm seriously yawning and stretching just because I'm so bored.
Yeah, we can see that.
I mean, these last two episodes, man, I tell you, the first one was pretty good up until just the very end, but these last two have just been dull. That's about all I can say to put it in a nutshell. It was dull. I was very disheartened to find out that it was a refurbished kaiju suit, and all they did was put on some
little crown,
some sci-fi looking helmet or whatever, and that was it. And the imposter Spectreman thing could have been done and played a lot better had you had more competent writers at the helm, and yet no, that was wasted. So an F. I really don't have much to say. It's dull, and I'm really sick of these dull episodes.
Yeah, this episode is basically a carbon copy of episode 50, where you pretty much had almost the same chase scene, but this time it's just on foot, and
it's actually worse than the car thing.
Also took up majority of the episode. It just felt like you don't even know what the hell is going on half the time
because you space out. That's why.
Yeah, and yawning from time to time too, and also it just felt like they could have just done the imposter Spectreman as the main villain for the two-parter here.
They could have made this like a 3 or 4-parter.
Maybe for like the last few episodes in this entire series,
Even
perhaps.
that.
So they, to me, in that kind of thinking, they sort of squandered the opportunity to have an imposter Spectreman as the final for this one, to where like, hey, Dr. Gory finally figures out the secrets of Spectreman and Overlord's technology, for that matter, but it just seemed like that's not quite the case for this one. It just, whoever wrote or produced and decided to put an imposter Spectreman, like, not even have it as one of the main villains towards the end of the series. It's just a missed opportunity here, and then this volcano reused monster is just sort of a rehash, or it's just kind of a pawn, almost useless to say the least in this one. So yeah, episode 51 is just basically a carbon copy of episode 50. So yeah, I'm just gonna give this one a D-.
A B-?
D-. I can't even hear you now.
I'm talking. I'm not muted.
Oh, there you go. I didn't even hear you there.
You froze.
Well, you froze on my end. So yeah, I said I give it a D-.
Oh, I thought it sounded like you were about ready to say B-. I'm like, I was about ready to take my water and splash it on my screen. Get out of here.
Yeah, and ruin your computer in the process.
Oh, no. Look at what you made me do. All right. Well,
yeah.
Well, we hope at least all of you got some entertainment out of that. I know it wasn't as funny as maybe the last couple times, but I think I'm just getting burnt out.
Simply because the last 2 episodes were a bit boring.
Well, yeah, that too. Well, yeah, and I think too, for me personally, I think I've hit the burning out point with this series.
I think I'm sort of that way too. It's like I'm sort of a bit out of it right now.
I think
even though we haven't done an episode in the last couple of weeks, that could be part of it too.
Yeah, because I think, especially after when we saw them go so low as to making fun of a mentally handicapped person, I'm like, okay, like this thing has done almost everything you could do to offend and just be a piece of crap. So now nothing's going to surprise me moving forward when it comes out of this show.
I would have said that after them throwing physics out of the window in episode 4, it's like we shouldn't be a bit surprised.
But see, that's part of Toku. I mean, that's like, look at the Godzilla series. I mean, the Godzilla series.
At least some of that, but at least some of the Toho science does kind of make things believable.
Well, yeah, but I would argue, especially as I've gotten older, the charm, especially of those older ones, is the fact that it's so wackadoo at points. It's just like, okay, now here's something, just go with it. But yeah, I mean, still, like, there are some things that take it too far, like the Godzilla tail slide and Megalon and the Godzilla flying scene from Hedorah. It's like, okay, that's like really taking it too far. But because I've seen those movies so many times, I'm like, it's funny. Like, but all right. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next Sunday for another exciting trilogy of episodes. And before we leave, Jason's going to have one more thing of housekeeping here.
Yeah, so again, if you see a subscribe button down below or above wherever you were watching us, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. Smash the like button. And if you have any comments regarding to the following episodes of Spectreman that we just went over here, make sure to have your comments, write your comments down below. And then you can find everything Daikaiju Network all in one place at our Linktree URL right there, / Daikaiju Network. And we're on the following video platforms such as YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, X/Twitter. And we're also available on the following audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, soon to be non-existent, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, as well as Podbean. And you can find both video and audio episodes of our own episodes right on our own website at daikaijunetwork.com. So,
I couldn't stop once you started laughing. All right. We'll see you here next week for more Spectreman.
all right. We'll see you guys next Sunday.